We're just gonna act like the last couple of days didn't happen and move on from there. Are you good with that?
I'm pretty good with that.
Alright. Hey, NarendraTheComic here!
India!
No, we got nonsense, but today we have episode 3 of What If, and I'll tell you again, a very good episode.
I loved this episode.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it the whole way through. We, as Marvel fans, already know about Nick Fury's like Hell Week, the week where everything went wrong and everything went down, and some things turned out pretty good.
In the main continuity.
In the mainstream sacred timeline. This is a different iteration. Very interesting. I will say it took me a while to figure out who the bad guy was.
Yeah.
It took me till just before Black Widow found out.
Yeah.
When I clocked it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And
it was very well hidden, to be fair.
It was.
But as it was going on, you kind of thought, how are these people all being killed? Who's doing it? Is it someone inside S.w.o.r.d? Is it Hydra? That was our first thought. Together, we're like, it's Hydra. But it turns out it was Hank Pym, because Hope Van Dyne had died on a S.h.i.E.L.D. mission. They did say in Odessa, Ukraine, which is where Black Widow was in Black Widow. So maybe it was connected to Black Widow's mission there, or maybe Hope went on that mission instead of Black Widow and she ended up dying. I don't know. Yeah. But you never know what could have happened. But the Hawkeye death, I didn't like that. But then I kind of did, because the stakes were so high, because he is just a human. Hulk dying.
Oh, that one, I was like cringing. It was animated, so we weren't seeing any gore, but I was like, oh, this is really, it was too much.
When Tony died, it was almost comical when Tony died, because you thought to yourself, Nick Fury, you just fucked up.
Yeah.
You gave him the wrong vial, and you killed him.
Honestly, it was like, what actually... Yeah. It was a great way to start the episode, because it could have gone anywhere from there, but I really enjoyed the trajectory it took.
I do think they showed the true capabilities of Ant-Man in this episode, because people poo-poo him. Like, oh my god, he's Ant-Man. What's he gonna do? Well, he's Giant Man. Well, he can go to the quantum realm. Well, he can kill you whenever he likes, and that's just the facts of the matter. I remember many years ago, I was online researching, looking at all these different superheroes, what the worst case scenario would be for them. And I was on some Reddit page eventually, and it came to this thing about Ant-Man. What if he turned evil? What could he do? And the actual Pym particle technology could be used to send armies across borders in microforms and then reform in their main size. And you could send armies overseas in like a pen capsule. And I was just like, my mind was blown. I wrote like a short story on it many years ago, because I was like, this is nuts. This is crazy shit. But this shows what he is capable of. So maybe people shouldn't be laughing about him going up Thanos' butt, because he could actually go up Thanos' butt.
He could have.
He could have.
That was a viable option here, guys. I think people making jokes, that should have been the way they went.
It would have been a bit rank.
I mean, well, yeah, but then there's, you know, Rhodey being like, let's just, the baby. Like, come on.
It's true.
One is actually more palatable than the other somehow.
What, going up someone's butt?
I feel like Hank, no, he wouldn't. Scott would take the L.
Scott would do it. He would.
For the future of the universe, Scott would take that L.
Yeah, he'd jump in that anus and just not stop. Loki kind of stole this episode, though. Tom Hiddleston kind of stole this one. Yeah. Even though he wasn't in it for that long. He's just too iconic.
His delivery of these lines, whenever he kind of maintains the Loki character, he's so memorable. Yeah. Just the way he embodies this character is spectacular, really. Even
when he was taking over the world at the UN, I believed it. I'm like, yeah, he's got around it. He's got what he wanted at the end of the day. And Thor's dead. So, you know, it really did all go to shit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
And then Captain Marvel showed up at the end.
Yeah, right at the end. I didn't get that.
Because she's the first Avenger, you know. Even though Captain America's the first. She's the first Avenger,
yeah, she's the first Avenger now.
Even though Captain America's the first Avenger. It's in his title. It's in his film. The first film.
But now she's Carol the Avenger Danvers, right?
Blah!
Stop it.
Blah!
Stop it. So rude.
Oh, sorry. That's a bit too close to home, isn't it?
I adored all of the voices in this. So many of the cast we saw in the live action films came back.
Some of them didn't.
It was one of the best fitting faces, animation to voice we've had yet,
I think episodes 2 and 3 really improved on that. I think episode 1 really seems bad now in comparison, because the voices were the voices, but they just didn't fit with the animation style, other than Howard Stark. Yeah. Dominic Cooper did a good job making his lines believable. But everyone else was really off, especially Hayley Atwell in that one.
Yeah.
Especially Hayley Atwell. But thankfully, episodes 2 and 3 have drastically improved. And I'm excited to see episode 4, because episode 4 is the Doctor Strange episode. And people have been saying, in the comments, people were saying, episode 4 the best thing ever. Not just like the best thing of the What If series. Some people are saying episode 4 of What If is the best MCU product ever.
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 In a 30-minute
Ever.
animation.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but I need to watch it.
That's a big ask. People. If people have been bigging this up, I am not going to be pleased.
But I love Doctor Strange.
I do love Doctor
I
Strange.
love him.
He's one of my favourite characters.
And I think he's going to become a lot of people's favourite characters after this show, but especially after his second film. I think people are going to look at him and be like, oh, he's suave, he's sophisticated, he's a bit of a boss, he's a bit of a dick. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I was surprised in a good way about how comedic this episode was. Frank Grillo putting out some, like, his delivery on some of these comedic lines, honestly, I would never have expected it, because he seems like a pretty intense guy in general. But there was this moment when Black Widow got away and he was like, come on.
It was super cartoon, wasn't it?
It was really cartoony. But I kind of loved it. Like, they leaned into it in a good way.
And I think that the Watcher's entire structure in this episode was the best of all of them. You kind of felt he was bled through the episode a bit more. It didn't feel as disjointed. And this episode really felt like a movie. The pacing was superb.
Oh, yeah.
It went through 30 minutes and I was like, wait, that felt like 5 minutes.
It was so
What's
smooth.
happened?
Really.
So they've done a good job here. I think that the show is better than I thought it was going to be. It's running 2 for 3. With episode 4, it might be running 3 for 4. And at that point, I think we have to say Marvel Zombies are coming. So I'm not sure what episode they're going to show up in, if it's going to be episode 5, 6, 7. But that is what's happening with this show. They're bringing the zombies to the MCU. And also there's Ultron Vision, like Vision Ultron. There's also Gamora.
Thanos?
Yeah, I saw an image of that. So it's all happening here. They're going balls to the wall. They're going crazy. And I think this was the best episode so far. And if episode 4 is better than this, then sign me up, boys. Sign me up right now. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, Tony Stark himself gonna come after you, right? He's alive in this universe. In this world, he was there. Then he got deaded. In our universe, main continuity, sacred timeline, he's also deaded. But with the multiverse, you never know. He could come back just to whoop your ass if you don't subscribe. So just subscribe. Should they do that?
Yes.
Yeah, you should be subscribing. Great. Wonderful. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
She's been on Sensei. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days and we ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never know here, just how it goes. Also bring the because means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More the same. Slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more. See you then. Skadoosh.